Senator Lacson may proceed. You have
Thank
2
you,
minutes, sir.
Mr. Presiding Officer. Hindi po ako magtatanong. I will only make a manifestation. I'm only wondering why neither the prosecution nor the defense is presenting a competent witness in the handling of intelligence and confidential fund. Kasi po, in my previous life, sa intelligence, sa law enforcement, ang natatandaan ko, kasi limited yung purpose ng intelligence at saka confidential fund. Nagtataka lang ako, nakita ko yung regularity ng withdrawals ng cash, parang every quarter, except for December, December 20. So sana kung para ma-educate kami at saka magkaroon kami ng informed decision later on, sana meron tayong competent witness sa pag-handle ng intelligence fund or confidential fund. Para nang sa gano'n naman, ma-appreciate namin at matanong din namin sarili namin, regular ba yung every quarter kasi January, April, tapos July, di ba? Parang regular eh. Ang alam ko, pagka may pangangailangan dahil merong intelligence gathering operation, may confidential activities, saka palang mangangailangan ng pera. So yun lang, Mr. Presiding Officer. The defense may also respond or comment with the prosecution. Thank you.
We will recognize both sides, but recognize first to respond to the inquiry of the manifestation, rather, of Senator Judge Lacson. The Honorable Chua. You may proceed, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, we will be presenting our witness, pero hindi po siya yung testigo po pagdating po dyan. In time po, we will be presenting witness or witnesses that will explain yung manner po ng confidential
Kasi I asked my staff, wala po sa listahan ng testigo na meron tayong competent witness. So saan ang galing yung sinasabi niyo may pipresent kayo?
Yung COA po. They will be the
COA
one
is not a competent witness sa pag-handle ng intelligence and confidential funds. Somebody,
Your Honor, meron po kasi
maybe
kami reservation.
A retired intelligence officer, somebody like that na maalam mag-handle. Nagtataka lang ako bakit masyadong regular, tapos yung una pa, natapat pa na magpapasko.
Yes, Your Honor, may present po kami, pero kung makikita po ninyo dun sa aming pre-trial brief, meron po dong reservation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Confidential pa daw po. The Honorable Attorney Poa, rather, is recognized for your comment to the manifestation of Senator Lacson.
Thank you,
You may
Mr.
proceed,
Presiding Officer. Same comment actually with the prosecution, Your Honors. Meron din po kasi tayong mga reservations. So we will present when we feel necessary, Your Honors.
Sa ngayon nga, confidential pa din yung witness niya. Senator Erwin Tulfo is recognized for his availment of round 2. You may proceed, sir. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Ms. Witness, ito pong transaksyon na 125, 4 times po yata ito. Tama po ba?
Tama po.
Alright. Hindi po ninyo na-report ito sa AMLAC?
Gaya po ng sabi ko po, na-invoke ko po yung AMLA rule prohibiting us to disclose po any information regarding
No, I'm
that.
not saying na you have to disclose to us. Pero I'm saying, kailangan po bang i-report ito? Kasi, ma'am, ayon po sa AMLAC law natin, covered po ang lahat po ng government transactions ng government agencies. Tama po ba? Do you
Opo.
agree to that? All right.
Yes po.
At saka, another thing, ito po ba ang transaksyon na ito ay nasa ilalim ng list of due and demandable accounts, payable, LDDAP, at saka meron po bang itong advice to debit account, ADA?
Meron po silang advice na nai-issue po dyan.
Okay, pero nasa ilalim po ba ito ng LDDAP, yung list of due and demandable accounts,
I
payable?
think agency na po ang pwedeng sumagot po regarding this.
Okay, all right. That's all, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Senator Judge Erwin Tulfo. Senator Judge Risa Ontiveros for her second round. You may proceed, ma'am. When you're ready, you have 2 minutes.
Salamat po, Mr. Presiding Officer. Madam Witness, yung unusual pa rin, bago ibang tanong. Sinabi nyo kanina sa prosecution may cash-involved limit. Magkano po yung cash-involved limit
Sa branch po
sa
namin.
branch ninyo?
Oh, pwede ko bang hindi sagutin po yan for security.
All right. Then hindi ko itatanong yung follow-up question doon. Ito na lang. Sabi po ninyo, wala ang branch ninyo ng ganyang amount. Kung pwede niyong sabihin, magkano po ang halaga na meron ang branch nyo?
Yung malaki po kasi amount. So, in
Yes.
any given day po kasi, talagang wala po kaming branch. So, pwede ko po in average, kung ano lang po yung sa tingin namin na kasya po yung during the operational transactions po ng branch. for the
Magkano
day.
po yung average na yon sa branch nyo? Transactions for the day?
For us, mga ano po, maybe, mga 20M po.
20M. So ito pong 125 million ay times 6 po dun sa average na transaction sa branch nyo in a given day.
Opo.
Okay. And then, sabi nyo rin po kanina sa prosecution, kailangang tawagan ang cash center ninyo para i-transact yung amount. Magkano po yung floor ulit na halaga para kailangan yung tawagan ang cash center ninyo?
Any cash requirements naman po ay tinatawag namin sa cash center po namin for assistance.
Okay. Would you say anything above 20 million, kailangan kayong tumawag sa cash center?
Kahit po less than, basta po requirement po namin sa branch for that day, sa daily operations po namin.
And yung 125 million na yon ay lampas sa kaya ng branch nyo in that day?
Opo.
Okay. Kaya unusual ang sinabi nyo kanina
Opo.
sa prosecution.
Opo.
Okay po. In total, kalahating bilyong piso in cash ang winidraw ng Office of the Vice President sa branch ninyo. Sa experience nyo po, karaniwan rin po bang mag-withdraw ang isang ahensya ng ganyang halaga, kalahating bilyong piso, in cash, sa loob lamang ng 8 buwan?
Hindi ko po yun masasagot kasi yung agency po maybe ang dapat pong sumagot about it.
Oh, pero para sa branch po ninyo, naranasan nyo na po ba in the higit 3 dekadang nagtrabaho kayo sa Land Bank na merong alinmang ahensyang nag-withdraw ng ganyang halaga, kalahating bilyong piso in cash sa loob lamang ng less than 3/4 of a year?
Wala po akong ma-recall kasi mostly nga po ang sabi ko ay puro through online or ang transactions na po nila or cheque.
Okay. At bilang branch manager, sinigurado niyo po ba na otorisado talaga ni Vice President yung pag-withdraw ng kalahating bilyong piso?
Meron naman po kasi silang inisyong advice. So, binase naman po natin yung checking na inisyo kay Ms. Gina Costa na ito po ay may advice na po and funded.
Alright. So, batay dun sa issue advice ni Ms. Jean Acosta, yun na yung pagtitiyak nyo na otorisado ni VP yung pag-withdraw nitong kalahating bilyong piso in
Opo.
cash.
Opo.
Salamat po. Salamat, Mr. Presiding Officer. Last 2 questions if there's a final round. Salamat po.
Senator Judge Risa, Senator Judge Rafi Tulfo for his availment of round 2. You may proceed, sir, when you're ready. You have 2 minutes.
Madam Witness, how are government agency accounts being opened sa Land Bank? Ano yung proseso po?
Pakiulit po, sir.
Ano po yung proseso para yung isang government agency ay makapag-open ng account sa Land Bank?
Meron pong request na galing po sa kanila. At the same time po, meron din pong approval from the Bureau of Treasury na mag-open po sila ng account sa amin. So once approved na po ito, ay ma-open na po yung account sa Land Bank.
Very good. Now, sa kaso po ng OVP, sino po yung nag-open na account? Sino po yung pumunta sa bangko ninyo para i-open yung account ng OVP?
Ang alam ko po, nag-inquire po yung head po ng agency.
Huwag pong alam ko. Dapat sino po talaga. Sigurado dapat kayo.
Yung head po ng Cash Division.
Nila.
Opo.
Okay. Ano po yung mga presentang dokumento para magpapatunay na sila po'y authorized talaga na mag-open account on behalf of the OVP?
Gaya po na sabi ko nga po kanina, yung pong request nila na mag-open account, at the same time, yung approval po ng Bureau of Treasury na sila po ay allowed po mag-open ng account sa amin.
I don't know kung nasa niyo po yung question kanina. Sino po yung person na pumunta doon para magpresenta na ako'y from OBP at nagpakita ng dokumento at ako yung authorized person to represent the OBP for this account?
Yung head po ng cash division po ng OVP.
And what is her name again? Anong pangalan niya po?
Hindi ko na po ma-recall yung head po. Yung isa po kasi staff niya po yun,
Okay.
si Miss Queenie.
So pagdating niya po doon sa bangko, meron po siyang sigurado akong binabanggit ng mga taong point person na para pumunta sa bangko para mag-withdraw at sino yung mga signatories, etc. Tama?
Pakiulit po ang tanong, Your Honor.
Kasi po yung sa cash division, hindi mo na maalala ang pangalan ng tao ulit?
Yung head ng cash division, hindi ko na po ma-recall.
Okay, sige. Yung head ng cash division, pumunta doon ng open account. So, doon, nagkakaroon na agad ng arrangement para sabihin sa inyo na ang pwede lang mag-withdraw ay si ganito at kasama si ganito.
Wala pong ganong arrangement.
Wala.
Wala pong ganon.
O dapat mayroong arrangement para malaman ninyo kung sino yung point person ng OBP para tumawag sa inyo at sino kayo nagde-designate ng point person to coordinate from the OBP to the Land Bank.
Yung po, sorry po, ang pagkaintindi ko po kung sino po yung inisyuhan nila ng cheque, ganun po ba?
No, sino yung taong nagsasabi sa Land Bank na ito lamang ang recognize namin na tumawag at the day of the withdrawal at ito lamang ang pwedeng pumirma sa cheque, etc. etc. There has to be one person.
As to authorized signatories po, aware naman po yung agency kung sino po yung mga authorized pumirma. Ngayon po, kung sino po yung...
No, sorry. You're listening but you're not hearing me. Sino po yung tao na nagsabi sa Land Bank na, hey, Land Bank, ito lamang mga tao ang pwedeng kumontak sa inyo, ang pwedeng mag-withdraw, period. Sino yon?
Ang pagkakalam ko po, yun pong sina Asik or Tonyo po. Tsaka po sila po kasi yung officers po ng
So did they
OVP.
go personally sa Land Bank or through telephone lamang?
Sa pagkakaalala ko po, meron po silang written communication po
So how
sa
did you
amin.
know na sila talaga yun nasa written communication?
Nag-represent po sila ng mga IDs nila. Doon po sa pagkakaalala ko
So
po.
they went to Land Bank personally?
Yes.
And then they presented documents to prove that they are that person?
Opo.
And
Kasi,
Go ahead.
sorry po, pwede pong mag-butt
Go ahead,
in.
ma'am.
Bali po doon, sa pagkakaalala ko po, sa binibigyan ng dokumento, meron na rin pong photocopy ng mga IDs po nila.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Witness.
Thank you, Senator Judge Tulfo. Senator Judge Pangilinan is recognized for his round 2 availment. You may proceed, sir, when you're ready. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you. Yung cheque na winidraw o pinisenta sa inyo, December 20, 2022, tama? Ang date?
Opo, December 20,
At-
2022.
Kinuha yung pera on the same day, December 20.
Opo.
So, kung sabi nyo kanina, unusual yung malaking halaga. Unusual din, o usual ba yun? Yung ganung halaga, same day naka-date, same day din i-withdraw? Ganon?
Bali nga po,
Mabilis ba yun?
May prior notice po sila, ang agency, na meron silang magkakaroon po sila ng ganong encashment. So as to
2 days
date-
before?
Opo. So, yung pong December naman po kasi, pwede naman po nilang gawin yun on the same day. Kasi po, pag December, merong regulation naman po ang Bureau of Treasury. Kapag po December, hindi na po natin siya hinihintay ang 24 hours or to 48 hours na ano po.
Yes, so
na
but if
grace
you
period.
combine both, the huge amount, which is unusual, and the same day dated check
Transaction.
and the same day withdrawal, is that usual?
So, tingin ko naman po, usual naman po siya.
So the only thing unusual is that it is a huge amount, which you've never experienced in your
Yes,
32
Your Honor.
years.
Opo.
Okay. And so tinatawag sa'yo 2 days before kahit hindi pa handa yung cheque, in other words. No?
Hindi ko na lang po alam
kasi
sa
2
side
days-
nila. Opo.
2 days before, oh yeah, pero posible no, na 2 days before, December 18, 17, hindi pa nahahanda yung cheque, pero ihahanda nila, pinonotify na kayo.
Opo.
Okay. Maraming salamat. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Judge Pangilinan. Senator Judge Ontiveros, for the final round, for your last two questions, I believe, or no more? No more? If there are no other interventions or interjections from the Senator Judges, the presiding officer would like to excuse you already. Ma'am Violeta Constantino. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your time. Salamat po sa inyong kooperasyon. Magandang umaga po. Mananghalian po muna kayo dyan bago kayo umuwi. Yes, Senator Judge Pangilinan.
Quick manifestation because I'm receiving a few text messages.
The
about-
gentleman may proceed.
Thank you. About the non-disclosure by covered transactions. We just have to distinguish, para sa interest lang ng mga nagtatanong, ang covered institutions na hindi pwede mag-disclose ang mga bangko ng AMLA records. Pero ang AMLA mismo, hindi siya, at least the position of the impeachment court, is not covered by the confidentiality of records.
That
So
was what the
so that
that was what the
clarifies.
chair said earlier, and that was
Yes.
contained in the ruling of the court.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Presiding.
Thank you. With the permission of the parties, it's 11:42, so that we cut clean. We can pause for lunch and resume at 12:15 for a 30-minute lunch break. Ano?
Your Honor, before anything, just a quick manifestation, Your Honor. Your Honor, if I may be
Counsel for
recognized.
respondent is recognized.
Mukhang naiwan po yata ng witness natin itong certification. If I may just turn it over.
Yes. Kindly give it to the counsel to the panel of
Your
prosecutors.
Honor, may
and to
we
the
know what
witness.
is the content of the
Yes.
document? Thank you.
Based on popular request, 12:30 then. We resume at 12:30 for the next witness of the prosecution in the person of Ms. Nenita Camposano.
That's okay with us, Your Honor.
Counsel from the panel of prosecutors, that's okay?
Yes, that's okay with us, Your Honor.
Then we shall go on recess and shall resume at 12:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Isa na.
Okay, Dean, habang sila'y naka-lunch break. At babalik daw po sila ng 12:30 for their second witness. I guess yung kay ano po muna, no? Kayong kay Miss Violeta Constantino, yung dating manager ng Land Bank sa Maysho Boulevard sa Mandaluyong City. So, para sa inyo po, ano yung na-establish ng kanyang testimonya for the prosecution?
Yung una po na ang Office of the Vice President po ang nag-authorize nung withdrawal ng 500 million or half a billion peso. At na ito po so yung una po yung amount na na-transact. Yung pangalawa po ay na yung transaction was authorized by the Office of the Vice President. Dahil paulit-ulit po niyang sinasabi na nagkaroon naman ng advice yung pong ADA, parang authority to debit yung account na nanggaling kay Office of the Vice President. Yung pangatlo po, na ito din po ay tinanggap ng ni Miss Gina Apostol. No? Yung tatlo pong cheque ay nakapangalan sa kanya. At si Gina Apostol po mismo...
Acosta po ata yun
Gina
din.
Acosta. Pagpaumanhin po. Gina Acosta po mismo ang nag-transact na may kasama po siyang isa pa pong mukhang empleyado din po ng Office of the Vice President, si Mr. Limuel Ortonio. So, yung tatlo po na yon at yun din po na physically, no, yung na hindi lang po tinransact yung cheque, in cash po yun, no? Yun po yung transaction. At physically po, talagang inabot nila yung tigbo 125 million pesos.
In cash?
In cash, na 4 na beses, na inilagay po ito sa mga bag at sa pagkakaalam po, doon po sa na-witness ng ating bank manager, si Ms. Constantino, ito po ay inilabas po nung 2 tao na yon. Ni Ms. Acosta at ni Mr. Ortonio.
At yung first withdrawal, ang sabi po nung bank manager, she was in the back room personally.
Yes, opo.
Na-witness niya yung mismo.
Opo. Yung isa din po doon, nabanggit po niya kasi yung ginamit niyang term unusual.
Unusual.
So,
Yung 125 million pesos na one-time na withdrawal. ano
opo,
po?
na unusual po siya. So, gaya po ng nasabi niya, hindi niya po mailahad dahil covered po sila nung hindi, maaari po nilang hindi ilahad kung sila ay, kung ano po yung report nila.
Yan po yung sa AMLC.
Yung tungkol po yun sa under po ng AMLA natin, Anti-Money Laundering Act.
Oho. Can you explain that, Dean? For the viewers too, yung Anti-Money Laundering Act. Kasi sinasabi na po kanina ni Ms. Constantino na hindi niya pwedeng sabihin yung details because they're covered by the AMLA.
Opo. So yung sa AMLA po natin, Anti-Money Laundering Act, meron pong parang dalawang kategorya ng impormasyon doon. Yung covered transaction po at saka suspicious transaction. So meron din po tayong covered institutions, kasama po doon ang mga bangko. So ang mga bangko po, required po sila na mag-report sa AMLC, yung committee po ng anti-money laundering, kapag po merong covered transaction, yun po yung lumalampas ng 500,000 pesos.
Mababa po pala ang threshold, no?
Opo, mababa po yung...
500,000.
Meron pong dalawang uri ng institution, hindi po kasama ang bangko, na mas mataas po yung kanilang threshold. Pero yung mga bangko po, pag nag-transact ng above 500,000, kasama na po yun sa covered transaction.
Pero yung transaction po ba na yan is withdrawal and deposit?
Opo, kahit po yung mga deposit din.
Pag sinabi pong covered institution, pag may ganyang transaction, kailangan nilang i-report sa
Apo.
Anti-Money Laundering Council.
Opo. Tapos meron din pong tinatawag naman na suspicious transaction. Natanong din po yun kanina. So maaari po kasing baka hindi naman umabot dun sa threshold, pero kung pasok siya dun sa suspicious transaction, kailangan din po nilang i-report. Yun po yung sinusubukan ipaliwanag ni Ms. Constantino na unusual po to pero baka naman hindi suspicious. Yung suspicious po kasi may listahan din po yan. Halimbawa po, kung familiar po ang isang bangko dun sa mga transaksyon ng kanilang deposit